parking garage is still out of service, as it is now time for the Realtoy's brand cars to take to the course. Hello everybody, I'm Brendan. The Realtoys vs Hot Wheels today, and as you know, a parking garage that's empty is a racer's delight. And both the fans around the stadium and the racers today, of which the Bugatti Chiron and the Ford Focus are the first two, are excited to take to the course. Ford Focus out of the gate quite fast, but Bugatti then dives back into the lead as we head into the second sector, around all the 270-degree turns, and it's still the Bugatti by a small length out of that transition. The Ford lost some speed, but is now roaring back. They both go sideways and lose out on momentum. The Bugatti being the only one to recover and crossing the line solely. Ford Focus came up about as short as possible in front of the line without crossing it itself. And it's a good first race to start us off. Look at him, inching ever so closely and stopping just short. Lotus Esprit and the Mercedes Benz, the Lotus and the Benz, neck and neck out of the gate, but the Lotus starts to separate early in the first sector, now a full length ahead. Here they go down the parking garage, and the Benz has some catching up to do. Let's see if he can do it in the third sector, across the transition and down into sector 3, the hairpin, and the Lotus has still got it. And the line is coming up quick, and there it is. Lotus will take that race relatively easily. You can see the Benz racing well, just slightly slower, not able to put on any acceleration there at the end. Aston Martin and the Nissan 370Z. It's a green and red here, Nissan and Aston being on the far side and taking the lead. Nissan also dodges left out of the gate there before sector 2, and now is falling behind as we head down the turns here into sector 3. Here goes the Aston Martin. Look at him out of the hairpin, still fast, maintaining all possible control as he crosses the line and has an easy victory. One of the highest separation races we've seen so far today. Comes around the hairpin. Both cars looking pretty beautiful on the hairpin, but you saw the Nissan lose some control on the exit. And that cost him the race. Lamborghini and the Nissan. A beautiful car, that Lamborghini, blue. Out of the gate, started behind, now back in front by a little bit. Out of the gate, who's going to take over? It's the Nissan, and Lamborghini is right behind him, but struggling to catch up. They are neck and neck for a second there, then they separate again out of the transition into sector 3. Nissan still pulling ahead and's got space at the end. That's an easy win for the Nissan, of which his kin did not do so well in the previous race. Jaguar F-Type and the Mercedes-Benz. We'll go Jaguar, we'll go Benz. Benz, the tall blue car on the near side here, who dodges a little left, maybe went for a blocking maneuver early on in the first sector, and now he's got control of the race over the Jaguar. Jaguar, that bright red, speedy racer, trying to push from all sides on the Benz, but can't find space to get around. Here's the final straight. Jaguar diving inside to the right, but he can't pass him in time. Couple more track lengths, the Jaguar might have had that win. He had the higher speed there in the last couple of lengths, but it all went downhill as soon as the Benz was able to command the lead out of the final hairpin. That leaves Realtoy with 2 racers, Hot Wheels with 3, and the next round is incoming. Nissan and the Aston Martin. Shiny car bodies. Green and gray. And the Aston Martin had an easy time against the Nissan in the first race, but now a new Nissan is taking its place and is actually in the lead right now. It still is a close one. Aston Martin coming to the left side, had a half a car length down, but loses out the speed. Nissan goes right there for a second and almost loses control, but maintains it right across the finish line, and that's going to be a win for the Nissan. And the Aston Martin, he fought valiantly. It was a close race at the very least. Just not able to make up the ground. Mercedes-Benz and the Lotus Esprit. And if you remember, we saw the Lotus really take care of a Benz easily in the previous race. this Benz may not be so simple. Starting out behind here in Sector 2, Lotus still trying to gain speed, goes a little sideways there and now loses momentum, sees some closure between him and the Benz, and here comes the Benz on the left side, near side, right across the Lotus, and he's got it! What a finish that was! Look at him come around the hairpin and dodge outside, pushing the Lotus, wedging himself in like the wedge between the door and a floor that you often use to keep it open. And that is a beautiful way to finish off that race. Benz will be moving on. What do they call those things, by the way? A door wedge? Bugatti Chiron and the Mercedes-Benz, both blue cars, but very distinct in their shape. And the Benz starts out way faster. Look at that, about 3 lengths ahead as we head down the first couple of turns. Benz is still holding an easy lead. Bugatti, what is he doing? He had a bye going into the semifinals. You'd think a little bit more higher skilled racing would appear, but I mean, he may not even cross the finish line. He does, but very late, with a little nudge behind the Benz right there. Maybe a tire broke down or something. I can't puzzle it out. And that will leave the finals to be pretty clear-cut. Free pass for the Nissan, of course. And 2 cars we've probably been waiting to see the whole time. We got Nissan, we got Mercedes-Benz, and it will be the first to win 2 races as per usual, and I'm excited to see them go down the first straight, and there they go. Benz pulling ahead by almost a full car length, but Nissan roars back into the second sector. He's got him on the run here. Benz trying to hold his control. He will hold the control to Sector 3, but Nissan loses a little bit of ground into the sector. Finding the right side, hugging the right corner, but got no speed at the end. And that's a tough way to end for the Nissan. Mercedes-Benz has just been masterful out there today, for sure. They change lanes, they head down the first straight, and the Nissan doing everything he can to keep the ground up, and he's got in front into Sector 2. This could be big for the Nissan if he can hold on. Around the final turn of Sector 2, and he's all good. That parking garage good on the Nissan today. Look at the separation between the two. Nissan loses some control, but got the win. Look at him cross the line, and that is a beautiful way to finish that one. And now we're tied at 1. And honestly, I couldn't tell you who's going to win. Both cars commanded their respective victories easily. They change lanes for the final time. It is neck and neck into the parking garage sector. Here they go. Benz got the advantage out of the first turn. Now it's Nissan cutting back in the second turn. Benz loses a little ground, and he's got to make it up all back here. Look at the separation between the two. Nissan coming down to the left, now to the right, crosses the line, and he's got the win. A little bit of zigzag at the end there, but the Benz, you saw the mistake on that third turn in the parking garage, and he could not recover or even make jumps to do so here in the last sector, and it will be the Nissan, beautiful gray car, to take this one. What a finish. A very back and forth finals for sure. And that will do it for today's video. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you in the next Races and Fun video.